Hello, and welcome to the Health Revival. I'm so glad you're here today, joining me for a heartfelt conversation about something we all dream of: a secure, joyful, and fulfilling retirement. If you're new to our channel, the Health Revival is all about empowering you, especially those of us over 60, to live your best life physically, emotionally, and financially. We're here to inspire, to share stories, and to offer practical tips that make your golden years truly shine. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's dive into today's topic: how to achieve financial independence in old age. Tips for a secure retirement. When I think about growing older, I picture my neighbor, Mr. Thompson. At 73, he's the kind of person who lights up a room. He's up every morning tending his garden, chatting with his wife of 50 years over breakfast, and even helping his grandkids with their homework over video calls. What makes Mr. Thompson so special? It's not just that he's healthy or has a comfortable nest egg, though those help. It's the way he's crafted a life that's rich in purpose, connection, and independence. And I believe can all get there with a little planning and a lot of heart. Let's start by imagining what an ideal retirement looks like for you. Maybe it's waking up without an alarm, knowing your bills are covered, and spending your day doing what you love, whether that's fishing, painting, or just sitting on the porch with someone you cherish. Financial independence in old age isn't about being a millionaire. It's about having enough to live comfortably, to make choices that bring you joy, and to feel secure without leaning on others. So, how do we get there? Let me share 8 qualities I've seen in folks like Mr. Thompson, people aged 70 to 75 who are living their best lives. These are the building blocks of a retirement that's not just secure, but deeply rewarding. First, there's health. I'm not talking about running marathons, unless that's your thing. I mean being able to handle daily tasks like cooking your favorite meal or walking to the mailbox without feeling like it's a chore. Good health gives you freedom. It means you're not relying on your kids to manage your day-to-day life, which keeps your spirit light and your relationships strong. I remember my aunt, who at 71 insisted on making her famous apple pie for every family gathering. That independence wasn't just about the pie, it was about her pride, her contribution to our family. To get there, small habits matter. A daily walk, a balanced diet, and regular checkups can keep you strong and active, setting the stage for everything else we'll talk about. Now, let's talk about something that warms the heart: having a lifelong partner by your side. There's something magical about growing old with a person who's seen you through life's ups and downs. Sure, it's not always perfect. Maybe they leave dishes in the sink or snore a little too loudly, but that familiar presence, that shared history, it's a cornerstone of stability. My parents, married for 55 years, still hold hands when they walk to the park. It's not just about love, it's about teamwork. They budget together, plan together, and lift each other up. If you're blessed with a partner, nurture that bond. And if you're on your own, know that community, friends, family, or even a church group, can fill that space with connection and support. Next, let's consider the power of a sharp mind. At 70, you've got a lifetime of wisdom, but keeping your mind clear and alert is crucial. A clear-headed person isn't easily swayed by scams or misinformation, whether it's a shady investment scheme or an email promising millions. My friend Clara at 74 is a pro at spotting fishy deals. She reads the fine print, asks questions, and trusts her gut. That mental clarity protects her savings and her peace of mind. You can keep your mind sharp by staying curious, read a new book, solve puzzles, or even take a free online course. It's like exercise for your brain, and it pays off in confidence and security. Speaking of security, let's get to the heart of today's topic: financial independence in old age. Picture this: you've got a steady pension, a savings account you've built over the years, and the ability to pay your bills without a second thought. That's what financial independence looks like. It's not about luxury, it's about freedom. You don't have to ask your kids for help with groceries or worry about an unexpected medical bill. My Uncle Joe, at 72, lives modestly but proudly. His pension and careful savings mean he can treat his grandkids to ice cream or donate to his local library without stress. The key? Start early if you can. But even now, small steps like cutting unnecessary expenses or consulting a financial planner can make a big difference. But life isn't just about money, is it? It's about connection. Being able to communicate well with your kids, your neighbors, or even the cashier at the grocery store makes life richer. Good communication means listening, empathizing, and sharing your thoughts without sparking arguments. I think of Mrs. Lee, who at 75 is the glue of her family. She asks her grandkids about their dreams, listens without judging, and shares stories that make everyone laugh. That emotional connection reduces tension and builds trust, which is priceless in retirement. Practice active listening, ask questions, and let kindness guide your words. It's a skill that grows with use. Now, let's talk about staying open to new things. I know learning to use a smartphone or navigating online banking can feel daunting, but embracing just a little technology can open up your world. My cousin Ed, at 70, taught himself to use email so he could stay in touch with his daughter overseas. It wasn't easy, but now he's the king of video calls. Learning doesn't have to be high-tech. It could be picking up a new recipe or joining a local book club. The point is, staying adaptable keeps you connected and confident, which supports your independence in every way. Another secret to a vibrant retirement: having something you love to do. Whether it's playing chess, knitting, or casting a line into a quiet lake, hobbies give your days color and purpose. My friend Tom, at 73, started painting after he retired. His watercolors aren't just beautiful, they've made him a local legend at the community center. Hobbies aren't just for you, they draw people to you, creating friendships and respect. Find something that sparks joy, even if it's as simple as tending a small garden. It's a gift to yourself and those around you. Finally, let's talk about the heart of it all: an open spirit. At 70 or 75, you've seen enough to know life isn't perfect. But the most inspiring people I know don't dwell on what's missing. They don't compare themselves to others or grudge the past. Instead, they wake up grateful for each new day. My grandmother at 76 used to say, "Every morning is a chance to make someone smile." That mindset, accepting life's flaws, focusing on the good, creates a retirement filled with peace and possibility. It's not always easy, but practicing gratitude, maybe through a journal or a quiet moment of reflection, can transform how you see the world. So, what ties all these qualities together? They're the ingredients of an ideal retirement: a life where you're healthy enough to enjoy your days, connected to people you love, financially secure, and open to new joys. But here's the truth: money alone won't get you there. A fat bank account without health, relationships, or purpose feels empty. I think of a man I met, wealthy but lonely, who said his biggest regret was chasing dollars instead of moments with his family. The lesson? Balance. Manage your health with care, nurture your relationships with love, and plan your finances with wisdom. That's the recipe for a retirement that's not just secure, but truly happy. Now, let's make this practical. Achieving financial independence in old age starts with understanding your current situation. Take a look at your income: pension, Social Security, or savings, and your expenses. Are there subscriptions you don't use? Could you downsize to a smaller home? These aren't sacrifices, they're choices that give you control. If you're unsure where to start, a financial advisor can help you create a budget that aligns with your goals. And don't forget about unexpected costs like healthcare. Setting aside an emergency fund, even a small one, can be a lifeline. Another tip: explore ways to stretch your income. Maybe it's renting out a spare room or turning a hobby like baking or woodworking into a small side hustle. My neighbor Susan, at 68, sells her homemade jams at the farmer's market. It's not about getting rich, it's about adding a little cushion and a lot of pride. And if you're still working, consider delaying retirement by a year or two. Those extra years of saving and delaying Social Security can boost your benefits significantly. But beyond the numbers, financial independence is about mindset. It's about saying, "I'm in charge of my future." That means being proactive, reviewing your investments, avoiding debt, and staying informed about your options. It also means being realistic. You don't need to keep up with the Joneses or fund every family vacation. Focus on what matters: your peace, your health, your loved ones. When you align your spending with your values, every dollar feels like an investment in your happiness. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. What's one step you could take today toward financial independence in old age? Maybe it's setting up a savings account or having an honest talk with your spouse about your retirement dreams. Whatever it is, don't wait. Time is a gift, and every small action you take now builds a stronger, brighter future. I believe in you, and I know you have the wisdom and strength to make it happen. As we wrap up, let me share one last story. My mentor, Dr. Ellis, retired at 70 with a modest pension and a big heart. He and his wife traveled in a used RV, visited national parks, and volunteered at local schools. They didn't have millions, but they had enough, and they had each other. Dr. Ellis used to say, a rich life isn't about what's in your bank account, it's about what's in your days. That's the kind of retirement I want for you, one filled with purpose, connection, and the freedom to live on your terms. Thank you for joining me today on the Health Revival. If this conversation touched you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We're here every week with stories, tips, and inspiration to help you thrive in your golden years. Share this video with someone you love. Maybe it'll spark a conversation that changes their future. Until next time, keep dreaming big, stay connected, and take one step today toward the retirement you deserve. See you soon.